Well, welcome, friends. Happy 4th of July. We're up in the air in our treasured November 343 Bravo Whiskey. She's looking gorgeous as always. Just passed over Joplin, Missouri. Took off from Jeffco Airport, Colorado, KBJC in Broomfield, Colorado, just west of Denver. An hour and 10 minutes ago.
Transition altitude, nearest altimeter, 3004.
See if Betty's right about that. 3004. Wow, in-sim weather looks good. Anyway, we are descending into Branson, Missouri. Yes, on the 4th of July, I figured it only fitting to go to that most American of towns, Branson, Missouri. And there we are heading. We're doing the RNAV approach to runway 14. Already been handed off to tower. Very interesting. Slowed at 275. Descending at 2,000 feet per minute. We're 52 miles left and 16,700 feet. So our altitude's perfect. In fact, we can afford to shallow out just a tad to 1,800 feet per minute. Anyway, yeah, the RNAV approach to runway 14. Runway length is 7,140 feet. Approach course is 143. We'll set that on the heading bug. Southeast. Now, in real life, the winds are reported out of the southeast. Not crazy, of 8 knots. But I was alarmed a little because the sim, from the tower, the sim reported the winds out of the west. So we'll see what happens as we get a little closer. Sometimes that does correct. Airport elevation is 1,303 feet above sea level. And a very interesting runway here. It's plenty long. 7,000 feet's fine, but there's no taxi exits. You have to roll out to the end of the runway. There's a turnaround spot, and you turn around, go back up the runway to get to taxi positions. So that's always kind of cool. We're had an expected arrival time of 1:50 p.m. Branson time, or 1850 UTC. That's 11 minutes from now. It's 11:39 here in Southern California, where I am. Beautiful day in Branson. Mostly sunny, 82 degrees. As I said, the winds are reported out of the east, southeast, or southeast at 4 miles an hour in real life. Latest METAR I looked at showed it at 8. Visibility 10 miles, and the air pressure's 2998 in inches of mercury. Continue slowing. We'll see what happens here in terms of that wind. It's always a little concerning. You never... Lately, it seems to me like the weather's been pretty damn good in terms of accuracy. 40 miles out now, and we're leveling off at 13,000 feet. That's where we were instructed to descend to, last I remember. But we also have the tower handoff, so I don't know. We may have to cancel IFR and go VFR. The weather is good for it anyway. Approach plate shows 4,000 feet. We're going to descend to 4,000 feet then. I'll detail this for you in a moment. Let's continue our descent and slow down. Descend it to 1,500 feet per minute, and we'll slow it at 260. Anyway, I'll show you right here. We might get scolded here because we're descending below 13,000, but I find in the sim, when you get, once they do the tower handoff, it's like you don't get further instructions, or they stop talking to you. Wootib, right here, this waypoint right here, we want to be at 4,000 feet, and then the next waypoint, Vukug, we want to be at 3,000 feet. Final approach is 13.3 nautical miles. Going to pass over Branson, the city itself, off to the left, and then off to the right is the Table Rock Lake, which you'll see as we close in here. I expect them to yell at us here momentarily for descending below 13,000, but kind of had to. 30 miles out now, 11,400 feet. We'll increase our descent rate to 1,800 feet per minute, and we'll slow even more to 250. Altimeter is still correct. Oh, it's changed all of a sudden to 299.5. Okay. I'm going to keep an eye on that. 30 miles on the button to the airport, and we're at 10,600 feet. Airport elevation is 1,303 feet. That means we're perfect. Altitude-wise, it is an RNAV approach. Boy, that looks great down there. Look at all that farmland. Beautiful. Missouri. Never been. Continue slowing. Got our right turn, and again, you can see it here. Get to Vukug, or more clearly, we get to Vukug here, and then Wutib. Basically, from Wutib to the airport's 13.3 nautical miles. So we'll zoom in here on the MFD down to 10, and we'll get ready. We haven't been yelled at yet. That's very interesting. 26 miles out now, 9,000 feet. It's fine. Continue slowing. Beautiful day. Beautiful day in Branson. Look at this. Look at that. Wow, you gotta love the Ozarks. Hello, Ozarks. A lot of water. Continue slow. Yeah, I don't know where we'll go after we land in Branson, but I get my instructions on where to fly from a higher authority. 23 miles out, say 7,800 feet. That's just about perfect. Continue slowing. Coming in a little bit fast. We'll see if we get any RNAV cooperation. That generally only seems to start working in the last 5 or 10 miles in my experience, but we'll see how it goes. Turn off our bank limiter. Go ahead and depressurize. Eventually get down to 180, our flap speed. Really looks great out there. Wow, look at all that. Ozarks. Okay, we got a right turn coming. Not a big right turn, but a right turn.
Landing gear.
Shallow out that descent rate now even more. 18 miles out, 5,600 feet. We can definitely shallow out the descent rate down to 1,200 feet per minute. Once we get to that Wutib waypoint, we'll make a right turn. Outside air temperature is 15 degrees, even up here. 5,300 feet above ground level, or 5,300 feet MSL. Shallow out the descent rate even more. Down to 700 feet per minute. Slow. Here's the right turn. Again, once we get to Wutib, we're basically on final. See if the winds are consistent. Hopefully they correct. Interesting that we have not been yelled at, so I guess we were okay to initiate that descent. We got our tower handoff at 76 miles out, if you can believe it. Look at this. This looks great. Shallow out to 500 feet per minute. Look at that. Wow, there's an airport. Nice. That's not our airport, but it's an airport. It's KFWB. I don't know what airport that is, but it's KFWB. You know, that was a news station when I was a kid. AM 980 here in Southern California. All right, notch of flaps. Okay, looking good. 13 miles out, 4,400 feet. Perfect. We are going to have to manage this descent, though, so let's do the next published approach altitude at Vukuk of 3,000 feet and make sure we don't stop descending. Because until we get RNAV cooperation, we can't engage the APPR. There's the airport right there. All right, let's get our landing lights on. Zoom in on the MFD even more down to 2. Yeah, the runway is very interesting. It's a long rollout, and then there's an exit off to the left that lets you make a little loop-de-loop. 4,000 feet now, 10 miles out. It's great. Airport elevation is 1,300 feet, so we're good. Continue slowing. And we'll go outside and put down the gear as we come in over the beautiful lake here. And it is pretty. Beautiful Table Rock Lake. Gear. Gear's coming down. Do another notch of flaps as we look at Branson. Looking good. There's the, I guess what qualifies as downtown? Nice, great little bridge. All right, start slowing even more. Down to our approach speed, which I think I set at supposed to be set at 141, but let's just reconfirm. Speed bugs, VAP 141, yes. And we are now starting to see some cooperation from the RNAV. So let's increase our descent rate just a bit. Set our minimums. I don't think I ever did that. They are 1525.
Bravo with you in 159er and 5. Cleared to land runway 14.
All right, winds are good too.
Cleared to land runway 14 Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
And we got the glide path instantaneously. You see that? GP? Use GP with RNAVs instead of GS with ILS, but regardless, we're on it. And that is very good. Let's set 14. We're already at 141. We're good. Let's do full flaps. Beautiful. Look at the trees, the water. Oh, my goodness. What a gorgeous day. Our speed dropped a little bit, but it's compensating, getting us back to our approach speed, 141. Let's go ahead and disconnect the auto throttle. Have to use the keyboard. Sometimes my mapped button doesn't work. Anyway, we're 141, 2 mile final. Right on the glide path, perfectly established. There's the runway. I'm not looking for Vossies or Poppies. I'm not seeing them, so we're going to have to rely on this to make sure we stay on our glide slope. We're 1,000 feet AGL right now, so call-outs coming soon. Wow, nice hills we're coming in over. Jesus, this is gorgeous.
500.
Little passenger view. Oh, who knew it was so hilly? 500, autopilot.
Autopilot.
Hey, airspeed looks good. Boy, they bring you right in over those trees. Got down to 300 on the radio altimeter. And the ground's sloping away from us now. Slight wind. 5 knots, barely a crosswind from the left, otherwise looks all good. We're gonna have that long rollout now I talked about. Pretty nice. Spoilers, spoilers, whoops, spoilers are up. Reverse thrusters. Not really necessary, but regardless. Okay, so here's our turnaround spot coming up here on the left. As I mentioned, there it is. There's the yellow line. Okay.
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey, exit runway when able.
Arrows are pointing this way, but
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey, contact ground on 118.4.
I felt it was easier to do the left turn.
118.4 for Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey.
Now, before we go careening back onto the runway,
Approaching runway 32.
we'll stop here and we'll contact ground. Already brought in our flaps. Ground services? Oh. Okay, well, let's see if we get more cooperation. Let's bring in those spoilers. Beautiful, huh? That was great. That actually went well. I was happy with that. Let's see if we can get these arrows to cooperate, though. It thought that we were going to go all the way to the end and then go this way. I elected to just exit this way and come around, but hopefully that corrects itself once we get back on the path. Local time, 1:52. Just about on schedule. Looks like the arrows have changed direction. No, they haven't. But now we're back going in the correct direction. I don't know why we're not getting any ground services. There's a tower here. Still nothing? What happened? Why is it frozen? I pushed the pause button. My bad. Go back to clearance. Okay. Well, luckily I have a map of the airport on my ForeFlight. We've got parking off to the right. Doesn't appear as though anybody else is on final, so. We'll just make our right turn over here at Charlie and park. Oh, I like it. The airport actually has the Branson Jet Center. Still no, that's very strange. There's no... Let's see if something happens once I exit the runway here. If not, we'll just park it. No big deal. There's our exit off to the right at Charlie. Welcome to Branson, Missouri on a beautiful 4th of July afternoon. Well, it's funny, we never got... Or did we get specific clearance already? Is that why we've got the arrows that are taking us to an actual place to park? There's no space number, no parking space number. I don't know. Anyway, all I know is we're here and we got arrows, and that's half the battle. I think that when I was trying to deploy the reverse thrusters, I inadvertently retracted the flaps, which is no big. I mean, it's not the end of the world. We were already in our ground rollout, but if I listened back on that video, I may notice that, and that sound that the flaps retracting makes. Normally I would retract the flaps after we exit the runway, or at the very least in the process of exiting the runway. But anyway, it's your ultimate first world problems, right? Now our beloved 343 Bravo Whiskey is once again in a new and exciting location. Ooh, that's a narrow. That is a tight little... that is a tight little taxiway. Good grief. I'm guessing they don't get a lot of longitudes here, maybe? Although they've got a jet center. Jet center sounds a lot like jet setter, doesn't it? All right, we got a Marshall. All right. Let's do this. There's our guy. Turn off our taxi. Oh, I never did this. That weird exit threw me for a loop. Okay, there we go. Still want me going right, bud? There we go. All right. Parking brake. Right engine. Lights. Keto static. Can I stop our timer? Stop. Sim estimated an hour and 20 minutes. Wheels up, wheels down. Probably about right. We'll find out in a second. Look outside. There we are. Nicely parked at the Branson Jet Center. There's the parking lot out there. It's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll see where we go. Well, thank you for joining us on this wonderful flight into Branson, Missouri. There's the logbook screen. Okay. Oh, yeah. So sim estimated 1 hour, 20 minutes. It looked like it was 1 hour, 25 minutes, 34 seconds. Took off from Jeffco, KBJC, to Branson, KBBG, Bravo Bravo Golf. So glad you could join us. Have a great, great 4th of July. Take care.